Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Rashmi and today I'm going to show you how to make one of these granny squares. It is quite a large granny square, as you can see. You can easily make a baby blanket by joining 9 of these together, so 3 by 3 baby blanket, or you could simply follow with these double crochets until you get to a desired length. So very versatile little granny square, this one, and one of my favorites as well. So let's get started. So to start off, we're going to start off by making a slip knot. You go ahead and use whatever method you like, but I'm going to show you this one. So while holding the end of the yarn, just wrap it around your fingertip like this. Pick the one on the left, move it over to the right. Let's do this one more time. One on the left, move it over to the right, but slip it off your fingertip. Hold these two and pull. That creates your slip knot. I'm going to put my crochet in there and tighten the loop by pulling on the end of the yarn like this. From here, go ahead and chain 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to connect these 5 chains to make it into a loop. To do this, you're going to put your crochet in the top part of the chain 1. Yarn over and pull up a loop. Make this loop go through the first loop that you had on your crochet like this. And if we pull the stitches apart, you can see the space that we are going to be working our few next stitches in. From here, we're going to start the next round by chaining 3. That's 1, 2, and 3. This chain 3 is considered as a double crochet. Now, follow this on with a double crochet in the center. Be mindful of the very first stitch here. This is your chain 1 space. It does tend to be quite large and we can easily mistake to make the stitches in there. So just to avoid that, pull on this to close that space off. And you can clearly see exactly where you need to put your stitches in. So yarn over your crochet, go into the center space of this loop and pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through the first 2, and then yarn over, pull through the next 2. And that completes your 1 double crochet. We are going to need 16 of them all together, including the chain 3. So this is 2. So go ahead and do a total count of 16, and I'll meet you back there at the end. I'm at the end of this round now. I'm going to finish this off by doing a slip stitch in the top part of these chain 3. So my first chain 3 is there, second and the third chain is right there. So slip your crochet inside the top part of this chain and be sure to go in the right place. Mine slipped underneath and there we go. So yarn over and pull up a loop and go through the first loop that you had on your crochet. Now that completes your round 1. To start round 2, we're going to chain 3 again. That's 1, 2, and 3. From here, we're going to go ahead and chain 1 more. So 3 represents a double crochet. 1 represents a space between the 2 double crochets. So follow this with a double crochet in the very next stitch. So yarn over your crochet, locate the next stitch, which is right here, and pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through first 2, yarn over, pull through next 2. Follow this with chain 1 and another double crochet in the next stitch. Just like this, you're going to go all the way around and have 1 double crochet followed with chain 1 in each of these stitches. I'll see you back here. I'm at the end of this round now, so we're going to finish this off by doing a slip stitch in the top part of these chain 3. That's first chain, second, and the third one is right there. Slip your crochet inside, pull up a loop, make this loop go through the first loop that you had on your crochet, and that completes my second round. From here, I'm going to do a slip stitch in the first space right here. So put your crochet there, pull up a loop, make this go through the first loop that you had, and follow this on with chain 3. Again, in this round, chain 3 is going to be considered as a double crochet. We're going to follow this chain 3 with 4 more double crochets in the same space. So yarn over, go into this space, and pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through first 2, yarn over, pull through next 2. Just like this, do 3 more. 2, 3, and 4. Now, that's a total count of 5 double crochets, including the chain 3. I'm going to, from here, flip your work over, locate your top part of these chain 3. It's right here. slip your crochet inside and yarn over and pull up a loop. This loop, make it go through the first one, and that's a slip stitch. Okay, turn your work around again. We're going to chain 4 from here. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. In the next space, we're going to have another popcorn stitch. So put your crochet inside and pull up a loop and do a double crochet, followed by 4 more double crochets. So altogether, to do each of these popcorn stitches, you're going to have 5 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Once you have 5 double crochets, you're going to flip your work around, and in this case, instead of chain 3, we have a double crochet at the beginning. So we're going to locate the top part of this stitch, which is right here. I'm going to stick my crochet inside, yarn over, pull up a loop, make this loop go through the first one to complete your slip stitch, and that completes another popcorn stitch. Just like this, go ahead and do a single popcorn stitch in every single space here. Altogether, you should have 16 popcorn stitches, and be sure to have chain 4 in between each of the popcorn stitches when you're moving from one to another. I'll see you at the end here. I'm now at the end of this round. I'm going to do a slip stitch in this popcorn stitch to close this round. To do this, you're going to locate your chain 3 at the beginning, and you're going to slip stitch in the top part of your chain 3 just here, and that finishes your round. From here, do a slip stitch in the very next space like this and chain 3. That's 1, 2 and 3. Follow this on with 4 double crochets. That's 2, 3 and 4. We're going to turn this around and make it into a popcorn stitch by doing a slip stitch on top of our chain 3 like this. Okay, from here we're going to have chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's have 3 more popcorn stitches in the next 3 spaces. I've just finished my next 3 popcorn stitches with chain 4 in between. Now we are going to form corners for this round. To do this, you're going to chain 10. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay, after chaining 10, you're going to go straight into the very next space and do popcorn stitch there as well. Just as a reminder, so yarn over, go into that same space. To do a popcorn stitch, you're going to do 5 double crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Turn the work around, go into this space, locate your top part of this double crochet from the very beginning and slip stitch in this. Okay, now follow this on with 3 more popcorn stitches. So just like this, we had 4 popcorn stitches and we've made a corner by chaining 10. We're going to follow this same method around all the way. Okay, so you're going to have 4 popcorn stitches with chain 4 in between, and to make the corner you're going to have chain 10, then 4 popcorn stitches with chains 4 in between, and then chain 10 to turn the corner again. So go ahead, finish this whole round, and I'll see you at the end here. I've just finished my last popcorn stitch of this round. I'm going to now chain 10 this time, because we've got 1 corner there, 1 there, 1 there, so we need another corner here. So go ahead and chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. We're going to now connect this chain 10 with our chain 3 from the very beginning. So locate your 3rd chain, okay, the top part of it, and we're going to slip stitch into this chain 3. Now that completes our round. From here, to start our next round, we're going to do a slip stitch in our first space here. Follow this on with chain 3. this chain 3 is again considered as a double crochet, and this will make a part of our popcorn stitch. So go ahead and have 4 more double crochets in the same space. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn your work around. We're going to do a slip stitch on top of our chain 3 from here to close this stitch off. Now go ahead and chain 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to have 3 popcorn stitches in this round in one side. Okay, so we've got one here, another one there, and another one there. So to make a popcorn stitch again, go ahead and do 5 double crochets. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Turn your work around from here, slip your crochet on top part of your double crochet, and then do a slip stitch. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and another popcorn stitch in the next space. Three, 4, and 5. Turn your work around, double crochet, locate the top part, and do a slip stitch in this part here. Okay, now we've got 3 popcorn stitches to start off this round, and we are now going to work in the corner again. Okay, so moving from the stitches to the corner, you're going to chain 1. This chain 1 is considered as a closing chain for this popcorn stitch. So go ahead, and we're going to work in this corner now. To do this, you're going to have 6 double crochets, chain 3, 6 double crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. After your 6 double crochets, chain 3 like this, and go ahead and do another 6 in this space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, once we've finished our corner, you're going to chain 1, and then we're going to have 3 popcorn stitches again in the next 3 spaces, and then we're going to work the corner with 6 double crochets, chain 3, and 6 double crochets. Just like this, go all the way around and meet me back here. I'm now at the end of this round. So moving from corner to this popcorn stitch, we are going to chain 1 and slip stitch on top of these, chain 3. Okay, like this. Now to start the next round, we are going to slip stitch in this first gap and chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. This chain 3 is going to make part of our popcorn stitch. So go ahead and make a popcorn stitch there by doing 4 more double crochets after the chain 3. 3, and my 4th one is right here now. Once you have 5 double crochets all together, including the chain 3, turn your work around and slip stitch on top part of this chain 3 like this. And we're going to have chain 4 from here. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. In this round, we're going to have 2 popcorn stitches, and then we're going to work in the corner. So let's go ahead and do another stitch in this space. So 5 double crochets, and 5. Turn your work around, and we're going to do a slip stitch in the top part of this double crochet. Now once you've done this, we've done the 2 popcorn stitches. before we move on to the corner, this time we will chain 3. 1, 2 and 3. After the chain 3, we're going to go into that chain 1 space from our previous round, and we're going to do 2 double crochets in the same space. So that's 1, and that's my second one in the same space. From here, you're going to have 1 double crochet on every single one of these double crochets from my previous round. So yarn over, locate your very first stitch. It will always be on the right hand side, this one. Stick your crochet in here and pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through first 2, yarn over, pull through next 2. Just like this, go ahead and do a double crochet on top of each of these double crochets from my previous round. And there's my last one. Now to work the corner, each time we are going to do 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets in the same space. So that's 2 double crochets. Let's chain 2 and 2 double crochets again in the same space. Follow this on with double crochet on top of each of these as well. There we go, 2 more. You're going to do 2 more double crochets in the chain 1 space from our previous round. And that's my second one. From here, you're going to chain 3. That's 1, 2, and 3. Moving from a corner back to the popcorn stitch, chain 3. So here we're going to have a popcorn stitch, chain 4, popcorn stitch. And just like this, you're going to work all the way around and meet me back here. Now I'm at the end of this round and I've just done 2 double crochets in my chain 1 space. So let's go ahead and chain 3 and connect it to our first chain 3 for this popcorn stitch. And there we go. To start the next round, we're going to do a slip stitch in this space. Follow on with chain 3 and make a popcorn stitch right here. That's 5 double crochets all together, including the chain 3. Turn your work around, do a slip stitch on the top part of our chain 3 like this. Okay, now this time around again, when we are moving from the stitch, popcorn stitch, to these double crochets, you're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, and 3, yarn over, and we're going to go into this space, the chain 3 space from our previous round, and do 2 double crochets in there. So stick your crochet in and do 2 double crochets right here. Follow this on with 1 double crochet on top of every single double crochet from our previous round. Okay, and we're going to be working in the corner with 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets all in the same space. So that's my last stitch right there. Let's work in this corner. So we're going to have 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets again in the same space right here. 1 and 2. Okay, so just like this, you're going to go all the way around. So we're going to have 1 double crochet in every single stitch here. In the chain 3 space, we're going to have 2 double crochets, and we're only going to have 1 popcorn stitch in this case. Okay, moving from popcorn stitch to the corner, we're going to chain 3 each time. Okay, and the corner is made of 2 double crochets, chain 3, 2 double crochets. So go ahead, finish all this, and I'll see you at the end. I'm at the end of this round now, and we are just going to chain 3 and join this with a slip stitch with the first popcorn stitch like this. Okay. Now this completes our round. From here you're going to do a slip stitch in the first space right here. Okay, now chain 3, that's 1, 2, 3. That's considered as a double crochet. We're going to go ahead and do 2 more double crochet in this chain 3 space from our previous round. Yarn over, go into it and do 2 more double crochets. This will bring the total count to 3, including the chain 3. Now from here we are going to have 1 double crochet in every single double crochet, and in the corner we're going to have 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. We're going to do the same thing all the way around in this whole round. Every single chain 3 space we have is going to have 3 double crochet, no chain in between, and 3 double crochet right here as well. Okay, so go ahead and finish that round and I'll see you at the end of that. I'm now at the end of this round. We are going to do a slip stitch on the top part of this chain 3 like this to close this off. Okay, now just to compare this with my previous work that I did, I had the bobble stitch finished here, the popcorn stitch finished here, and we've got 3 rows after this. Okay, on this one we have just gone ahead and done 1. From here, I'm going to do 2 more, but obviously for your own one, you can certainly leave it here or do 2 more, 3 more, 5 more, as many more as you wish. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do 2 more. So to do this, you're going to have 1 double crochet in every single one of your previous stitches. And in the corner, you're going to have 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. So go ahead, do as many rows as you like. I'm going to do 2 more and then I'll meet you at the end to show you how to close your work off. I'm at the end of this round now and I'll have finished my 2 rows. So we are going to finish this off by slip stitching into our chain 3 here. Okay, so let's locate the top chain, which is right here, slip your crochet inside, yarn over and pull up a loop. Make this loop go through the first one and that completes your round. From here I'm going to chain 1 and go ahead and snip a long bit off like this, and I'm going to pull my stitch down to secure it in place. So from here use the darning needle to weave your ends in. I'm going to take this and we are going to just weave this into the top part of these stitches. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and stick our needle inside and out from the stitches like this, in and out, couple of stitches, pull the thread through. Okay, once we've done that, we are going to go ahead and snip this off at the end. Now the one at the back, we can just go ahead and snip this off already because that got weaved into the center at the beginning when we were holding this together and doing our double crochets. If you feel that you haven't done that, then go ahead and just weave it around the center here as well. Okay, now that completes our square. Let me zoom out a little bit for you guys. There you go. Now that's what it looks like when it is finished.